Okay, so like probably 500,000 other people, I bought a Yamaha ATS-1080 4K Ultra HD HDMI Bluetooth whatever soundbar. This is a soundbar, and I got it from my TV. And I already opened the box. This isn't a box opening. I'm going to install this. I haven't decided which way I'm going to install it, whether I do with an HDMI cord or this, whatever that is. They call it a Pioneer cord. Not sure what that means. So this is what we're doing today. This is my first YouTube video, so bear with me. It comes with obviously the sound bar. This is some kind of spacer for mounting it. Remote control. Regular audio cords. This I think is described as a Pioneer cord. This is the manual, the owner's manual. And if you really wanted to read that, you probably wouldn't be watching the video. Propaganda. It does have a template for hanging it on the wall. Pull that out. Oops. So this is for wall mounting, which I'm not doing. And a power cord. So, if you're like me, the first step is to dust. Right back there. Give you a clean space to work. You're going to have to assess what connections you have available. I believe that might just be the Pioneer type connection. Oh, service only. Optical digital out. And I have one USB, two USB. I have one HDMI port available, but it's got to be an ARC. And so whatever's in the ARC slot here, if I can put my finger there, needs to be removed and moved up here, because only the ARC will give you return audio. The device, the Yamaha soundbar bar, does not come with an HDMI cable. So you're going to need to get one. If you don't have one, save this to watch later and go buy one. So no HDMI cable, but it comes with the power cord, the analog audio, so you can do it just like speakers. But it also comes with this optical digital audio cable. And I previously referred to this as a Pioneer cable, but I was wrong. This is the optical digital audio cable. And instead of going to the store and buying an HDMI cord Christmas Day, I'm going to instead use this. So this is the optical digital audio cable. These have little plastic protective caps on them. You're going to want to remove them. And remove both caps on each end. Okay, so when you look at the back of the sound bar, you'll see all the various connections labeled here. Interestingly enough, the optical digital audio cable input is not labeled, but it is there, and it is just above this coaxial, or that analog connection. Right in the middle of the screen. We get it in focus. That's it. That's where you're going to plug in the optical digital audio cable. Next, you're going to have to find that on your television. If you have this connection, in my case, this is it right there. And I'm going to connect there. Now, generally, these will only go in one way. Sorry for the shakiness. And I think I've got it in there. Done. Now I'm going to fish it under the TV and connect it to the device. So I have connected the digital, or the optical digital audio cable, and it goes in right there. It'll only go in one way, so twist it around till you get it there. And this is the soundbar I've got it connected to. Having connected the audio cable, the only other cable that I need to connect is the power cord, which I have plugged in rather awkwardly. And, oops. And the power cord plugs in to the sound bar. There. In a particular direction. Insert your cables so that they're where these indentations are. So you're not sitting on them and it's not wobbly. And then tuck it in. So, with the optical digital audio cable, you still need an HDMI connection. You just don't need the HDMI ARC connection. So, since I have an ARC connection, I'm going to swap them around. And since I have a HDMI cable that I found at the bottom of a drawer, I'm going to use this instead. So, with the digital optical, you need both the HDMI and the optical to make it work, which sort of defeats my purpose. Since I have an HDMI ARC connection, I'm going to just swap the one that is not audio out. So you cannot do the digital optical alone. You must have an HDMI cable too. You just don't need the HDMI ARC. So I hooked this up through the HDMI. So I chose to hook this up with the HDMI ARC. If your TV supports that, hook it up that way. That means it does the return audio and the output and input all through the HDMI cord. You only need one cord. With the optical digital, you need an HDMI cord, but you don't need an HDMI ARC. And that's the other way to do it. Or you can use the analog cables, which are these. Overall, this has been pretty simple to put together. The most difficult portion of this has been filming it. Just a note for most people. I could not fit mine under the TV. The soundbar was slightly too tall. I mean, I could put it under there. The problem is I have this LG 65-inch that has the reception for the remote right there. And the soundbar was blocking it and made it difficult to use the remote for the TV. I supported mine with two nearly same height books, and that solved my problem, although it's a little bit ugly. I'll come up with a better solution later. So the Yamaha soundbar comes with a remote. The left side is for a subwoofer, which I don't think it has unless it has an integrated one. And this is the regular remote to control the volume. Now I've noticed that just because I push the button doesn't mean it's working.
Where's your grandpa?
There we go. It's a little bit of a lag.
What? Why would you do?
So,
look, we're running late. We have to go.
I've also noticed that I have some difficulty turning it all the way down. I seem to be able with my LG remote to also control the volume.
It totally slipped my mind. Jeez, oh man.
But it's not as obvious.
I don't know if I can. Oh, jeez. Rick, did you do this
I need to probably adjust this.
It's okay, Beth.
Right now I'm stuck with the Yamaha remote, but there'll be a way. This is a universal remote to make this work with this remote. Ditch that one.
I mean, you should just stay here.
Okay, it looks like I can control it over here.
Okay?
Hey, Rick, why is there a syringe of mysterious fluid hanging directly over you?
Oddly
also,
enough.
why is the string attached to it running through a pair of scissors attached to a timer? And why is the timer set to 10 minutes from now, exactly when we would have left for therapy? Well, Morty, if you must know,
I'll figure this out.